Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. This time it is a conversion video of my Mk2 Soviet Heavy Armor. The bits that I used, the paints, uh, going through and looking at them, most of it is what I use on some of my other stuff. The Ushabti Bone and Agrax Earthshade are kind of the outliers. The bone is really whatever bleach bone or whatever off-white you want to use, because it's only going to be a 50-50 mix for dry brush after the Army Painter green skin, and the Agrax Earthshade is just a wash at the end. It's really whatever Delvin Mud or whatever equivalent you want to use. The parts that you need. You're going to start with the right hand or right arm of the Mark 1 Power Armor or Heavy Armor. You'll need a marionette from the Mantic Games. These are the particular bodies you need. At this time, without a major conversion, the shields that you'll be looking for are only left-handed. So these are the bodies that you can easily hook up the left arm to the conversion without any major modifications to the body itself. I have reached out to the 3D printer of these, or the designer, to see if they could do any in right hand, which would open up a couple more bodies to use. Haven't heard anything back. Or if you know any design or 3D printers that have right-handed shields like this, I'd be more than interested in hearing. But at this time, those are the two bodies you can use, and these are the shields I used. Trimming them down. So you lose with the Mark II. They have assault rifles. So what happens is I used the anti-tank gun to represent the longer barrel, because traditionally there's the submachine gun barrel and the anti-tank rifle barrel. So just to assuming it's a modification of the armor and not just a complete redesign, using what they currently had, I trimmed off the anti-tank rounds and assumed that the hand would come in here for the firing mechanism. They would swap out the drum magazine, for the SMG rounds, for the assault rifle rounds, and you just use the extended barrel. The arm here, or the leg, sorry, just kind of, you're going to want to be a little bit generous with the cut, because then you're going to have to trim it back to fit whatever looks right for you. Again, I just picked this because I had a ton of these from the Kickstarter, and then it also fit proportionally. Assemble together. Spray painted the shield so you can kind of see it better. Like I mentioned, you may have to trim it down to get what works. So be fairly generous in your initial cut on the marionette. These I ended up pinning. There's a lot of kind of funky angles and stuff you might have to assemble these at, so it's better just to go ahead and save yourself some headache later and just go ahead and pin everything now. There it is with the body and assembled. You can kind of see where I cut off here, the SMG part. I did drill to represent the improved communications, and also this one's going to start out as my Mark II Armored Lieutenant. So as a way to differentiate him from the other Mark II armor guys that's running around, I added a little antenna for him. Again, just another angle, and you kind of see. Painting him up, this is what he looks like fully painted. Again, if you like the scheme, just use the paints that I mentioned. Just started with a base coat of Army Painter spray paint. Then I went through and hit it again with the green skin. Hit it with the 50-50 mix of bleach bone, or Ushabti bone, or whatever your mix is. Came through, hit it with the khaki, the metal. The leather brown is just for the strap to help break up the color. I added the straps, painted the handhold metal, came through and again adding some color. That's why I went with the filthy brown here, brassy brass for the power plant, and just kind of put all the metal bits here, bolts and such, bolt gun metal. I did add some battle damage again. I didn't want to put any decals or anything on here just yet. I wasn't sure, but I did want to break up some of the color here, so I added the battle damage, kind of nicks and scratch, and that's just chipping it out, and then black, and then the bolt gun metal or whatever metal you color you decide to use on top. And again, that's it. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, and hope you enjoy. Have a good one.